Large language models went from outputting garbage to writing flawless software, and diffusion models learned to generate perfect video from a simple text prompt. Because these digital tools evolved so rapidly, it feels entirely logical to assume physical machines driven by that same AI are advancing on that exact same timeline. We see highly polished demonstration videos from startups and tech giants alike. Systems like Google DeepMind's Gemini Robotics 2 show humanoids tying knots, screwing in light bulbs, and teaming up to clean rooms. The corporate messaging strongly suggests that tomorrow's assembly lines won't need human welders and mechanics, as machines step in to handle all the physical labor. These curated glimpses create a powerful illusion. They make us believe the era of buying your own personal household robot assistant is arriving any day now. But a few days spent talking with actual robotics researchers at MIT reveals a very different landscape. When you strip away the pressure to raise venture capital, the experts building these systems will tell you straight up, a general-purpose robot capable of safely maintaining your home is still over a decade away. This animation illustrates the massive commercial bottleneck. If a startup sells you a machine to clean your kitchen, and it successfully grips 90% of your ceramic plates, but drops them 10% of the time, nobody is going to buy it. And right now, the hardware capable of getting anywhere close to high reliability metrics is locked behind corporate doors or stuck in R&D labs, entirely unavailable for public purchase. Even the models aggressively marketed as affordable entry points are heavily experimental hardware platforms meant for developers, not consumer appliances ready to fold your laundry. We assume physical AI will scale with the same frictionless speed as ChatGPT. But software doesn't obey gravity, and expecting metal and plastic to iterate like code is a severe misunderstanding of physics. There is a concept that governs this technological divide, known as Moravec's paradox. It points out a highly counterintuitive rule about artificial intelligence. The hard problems are actually easy. An AI can easily calculate enough variables to crush a grandmaster at a game of chess. Strategy, complex mathematics, deep logic, the domains we associate with pinnacle human intellect, were completely conquered by machines decades ago. Yet the easy problems are agonizingly hard. That same supercomputer still cannot reliably beat a 2-year-old child in a contest to simply pick up and stack a few wooden blocks. Nature spent 500 million years relentlessly optimizing our biological sensory motor skills, tuning how nervous systems react to the physical world. High-level reasoning is just a recent beta feature bolted onto this incredibly ancient physical foundation. We drastically underestimate the mathematical complexity of balancing on 2 legs or grabbing an irregular object, because evolution made those actions feel effortless to us. Text models safely spit out discrete tokens, taking their time, but robot models must output a continuous stream of joint data hundreds of times per second. If that stream is slightly off, gravity immediately punishes the mistake, destroying the machine. And that leads to the primary bottleneck holding the industry back, the data famine. Text models got smart by ingesting the entire written internet. There is no equivalent reservoir of physical movement data for a machine to scrape. Researchers fake this missing data with synthetic simulations, trapping the AI in video games to practice interacting with digital gravity through trial and error. They also use imitation learning, where a human manually teleoperates the machine to record its movements. But capturing high-quality data this way is painstakingly slow. You cannot fix this by simply throwing more processing power at the problem. Without a massive, scalable source of real-world physical data, a machine cannot learn how to safely navigate the unpredictable chaos of a human living room. Once you understand these strict constraints of data and physics, the slick demonstration videos from earlier start to look quite different. Gross motor skills, like making a bipedal robot execute a backflip or sprint across a room, are largely solved predictable physics equations. They shouldn't be the standard that impresses us anymore. The true frontier of robotics is happening at the fingertips. It is the microscopic, highly variable dexterity required for a multi-fingered hand to grip a fragile, uniquely shaped object without crushing or dropping it. This barrier isn't a symptom of lazy coding. It is a strict limitation enforced by the unforgiving laws of physical reality. Because of that limitation, we are almost certainly going to see flawless, indistinguishable from reality digital environments, like GTA 6, long before a machine can safely clear your kitchen table. The goal of building a general-purpose robotic assistant is very real, But closing a 500 million year evolutionary gap between a brilliant digital mind and a clumsy physical body requires actual hardware and data breakthroughs. No amount of venture capital hype can artificially accelerate that reality.